Hello, everyone. Welcome to day one of our CRM Summit series and to our third and final webinar of today, How Intelligent Field Service Management Can Become Your Competitive Advantage. Just a couple of housekeeping items we'd like to mention before we begin. All attendees are in listen-only mode. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please submit them through the GoToWebinar question box. We'll be collecting questions to answer as a follow-up to this session. We're also recording today's session, so everyone will receive a copy of that in tomorrow's follow-up email. I'd like to introduce today's speakers. Our primary speaker is Tom Totten. Tom is our CRM Solutions Architect at Velosio. And then we also have Gary Basson, a CRM Consulting Manager at Velosio. So Tom, I think we're ready to go over to you to get started.
Great, thank you everybody. And I will just jump right in. So there's been a marked shift in the way customers view good service in recent years. Everything as a service is becoming part of the conversation, and this directly affects field service. Today, 73% of consumers say that valuing their time is the most important thing a company can do to provide good service. However, when you look at field service specifically, 65% of incoming service requests require a field visit. And of those dispatches, 26% require a secondary or follow-up visit. So this presents a huge opportunity to fix this problem with better field service capabilities. When you look at the cost of a field service visit, the ability to whittle away at that 26% secondary visit alone can create an ROI that can validate your investment. And this doesn't even take into account the enhanced technician productivity and overall customer satisfaction and loyalty. Again, all increasing the value of your investment. Now, simultaneously improving both customer satisfaction and resource productivity is a challenge. In the past, if you spent a lot of time with a customer to make them happy, your productivity decreased, or vice versa. If you tried to fit a few more appointments in each day, you may compromise on quality work or customer interactions. Today, however, with Dynamics 365 for field service enabling digital transformation, field service organizations can do both, improve customer satisfaction and improve resource productivity. These two key metrics of resource productivity and customer satisfaction are driven by the top concerns of any field service organization: putting the customer first, having connected interactions across the service chain, and empowering organizations to be successful. Field service empowers companies to deliver predictive and proactive service to improve customer satisfaction, first-time fix rates, and resource productivity through advanced scheduling, resource optimization, and mobile enablement. So Microsoft Dynamics 365 for field service improves each step of the service experience. Our service solution is part of the Dynamics 365 platform, which is the next generation of intelligent business applications, helping organizations engage customers, empower employees, optimize operations, and find new ways to provide value to their customers. Now, these applications work seamlessly together to manage specific business processes across sales, customer service, field service, operations, project service automation, and marketing. This is exciting as we help businesses deliver compelling and personalized experiences through every phase of their customer relationships. Now, what makes Dynamics 365 unique is that it harnesses the power of one Microsoft. Data has become the new currency, and organizations create and have access to more of it and faster than ever before. The challenge is how to transform it into intelligence that generates action and drives outcomes. So Dynamics 365 will allow organizations to adopt individual business apps such as marketing, sales, service, and operations. But as organizations adopt more of the apps, synergies will be unleashed in the form of intelligent business processes. This will help proactively guide employees and customers to generate optimal outcomes. It sounds basic, but the fact is that the classic delineation between CRM and ERP has created a separation in data and processes. Dynamics 365 breaks down this separation, and our business platform strategy together with IoT is centered on enabling this to new levels. Let's take a step back and quickly look at how customer service fits into the bigger Microsoft Dynamics 365 picture. Dynamics 365 is Microsoft's next generation of intelligent business applications. So after a field service organization has made a service agreement with a customer, work that follows needs to be scheduled, documented, completed, and paid for. Let's take a look at some of our highlights in this process. As part of Dynamics 365, customer cases and concern calls that originate from any channel, including phone, email, or even social media mentions, can be converted into work orders when on-site work is required. In this release, we even accept concern calls from devices. Once a work order is created, the next step is to schedule a person for the work. Scheduling is important because usually an agent has made a service promise to the customer. So getting the schedule right is imperative to keep that promise. We provide complete flexibility in how organizations choose to schedule their resources by offering manual, assisted, and now automated and optimized scheduling. Now, in each of these workflows, we support our schedulers with visual cues like seeing already scheduled appointments and technicians driving routes along a map, color coding types of work, and showcasing a large view of the schedule board so that schedulers can see where appointment gaps appear. A part of the dispatch process is ensuring that the right parts are on the truck to get the job done. We leverage inventory management capabilities that capture real-time information from deliveries and even from technicians in the field who make live updates around parts consumption. This means that the right parts are always ready to go. We also handle returns if a part is defective or needs to be returned for another reason. It's imperative that the customer be kept informed at all stages of the service delivery. So in the newest release, field service organizations can leverage an API with Twilio to send automated texts and email reminders, and customers can log in to an online portal to view upcoming appointments. On their way to and at the customer location, we enable technicians with a mobile application that helps them succeed. Each tech updates their status between driving, in progress work, and completed work. This information allows schedulers to get a real-time view of what's happening with each technician and each job. Data collected over time paints a picture of how long each appointment actually takes. The mobile app also empowers the field technician by providing step-by-step instructions on how to complete the task at hand. The technician can snap photos of the completed work, get customer sign-off, and even collect payment. Organizations who leverage Dynamics 365 for sales can have technicians identify new opportunities or collect competitive intel about accounts, which can be recorded through the mobile app as well. And then back at headquarters, managers can review work orders and close them out. Wrong direction. So after a field service organization has made a service agreement with a customer, there we go. One more time. So field service helps organizations improve customer satisfaction with reliable service through predictable service delivery and inventory management with flexible service schedules that can be recurring if needed. So enhanced visibility into accurate contract information not only drives faster, more accurate billing, it enables field service teams to identify new sales opportunities to drive additional revenue. Speed, flexibility, and organization are all important factors in winning new business and renewing existing contracts. Contract management provides you the ability to engage leads as soon as an opportunity is identified. Then quoting and contract management is simplified with service templates. You can leverage these templates during renewals to easily honor agreed upon pricing. And with new customers, you can quickly and easily create quotes from discounted price lists. The service agreement dictates how work orders and invoices are created. Service agreements provide flexible billing options to your customers to accommodate upfront billing, service appointment-based billing, or recurring billing like quarterly, monthly, etc. Understanding your billing and work order requirements allows you to forecast revenue and resource demand more accurately. So at the heart of the field service is the ability to schedule and dispatch a field technician. With Dynamics 365, you have the ability to organize and find available resources by any number of categories, including skill sets, geography, or even customer preference. Using the drag and drop schedule board allows dispatchers to assign resources and set up schedules for multiple work orders using a map or a list view. So you can dispatch technicians using optimized routes and skill-based assignments to intelligently balance workload and resources. And based on your business rules defined by the customer, organization, or regulatory requirements, you can intelligently allocate people, teams, and resources. You can organize and find available resources by any number of those categories. And then you can search those results. So many field service organizations strive to decrease driving distance between appointments so they can fit in more appointments per day, as well as provide the tightest appointment window for customers. Trying to create a schedule that achieves those goals by hand is challenging and time-consuming, if not impossible at times. Consider how frequently appointments get rescheduled, or new work orders or new work needs to be scheduled. Any small change would mean a lot of work for someone doing this manually. However, with resource scheduling optimization, an optimized schedule is created to match up the business's priorities like driving time. Now, this capability removes the need for manual scheduling or readjusting as new appointments come in through the day. This capability ensures that companies are maximizing productivity without sacrificing positive customer engagement. So using optimization, we've seen customers be able to increase their average number of appointments for each technician go from 3 a day to 5 a day. So just imagine if you could increase your service revenue by a third. And then we have inventory. So poor inventory management is a drain on profitability and customer satisfaction, but when it's done right, it can be a powerful advantage. Hassle-free prompt part replacement and repair builds customer loyalty. Efficient management of refurbished products and parts can drive significant cost savings. In the 2016 Gartner Magic Quadrant for Field Service Management, Gartner listed product breadth as the strength of Microsoft's, citing specific areas around inventory management. And I quote, Microsoft's FSM now includes capabilities that are often found only in ERP, such as project service, meaning long cycle work, purchase orders, inventory management for multiple warehouses, and logistics. So in Dynamics 365 for field service, you can synchronize inventory, set reorder points, and track inventory down to the truck level, helping drive efficiency and productivity. You can manage your inventory across locations, including warehouses, depots, and trucks. Inventory is always accurate, so you can better track your service stock for fewer write-offs and create better forecasts. So here's just some of the features that you get out of this. You improve first-time fix rates with accurate allocation of parts, provide mobile access of inventory and parts information to management resources. You manage inventory information for any part transaction, meaning return material authorizations, RMAs, stock adjustment, or stock transfer. You can track service stock accurately at mobile and fixed locations to reduce the write-offs. You can adjust inventory records automatically based on field use or in-route purchasing. You'll be able to effectively forecast materials requirements and take advantage of bulk and just-in-time ordering. No matter what device is used, Organizations can leverage native mobile applications to provide real-time and offline data and gain visibility into customer information to improve field processes and increase technician productivity. Mobile workers are provided with a calendar of work order details that can be dynamically updated. I'm going to show you that in the demonstration. Work orders are linked to customer and case history, installed product configurations, parts information, pricing, and more. So technicians need to be nimble in the field. The ability to have complete customer insight and real-time guidance is required to empower the technician and give the customer the best possible experience. And then you can seamlessly store and forward capabilities along with leveraging all device capabilities, including barcode scanners, RFID readers, credit card readers, and all of those things can give the technician the tools to get the job done and delight the customer in the process. Now, connected field service allows a field service organization to detect, troubleshoot, and resolve issues remotely, so a technician is dispatched only when necessary. In a traditional field service organization, the customer has a problem and calls to get it fixed. A technician is dispatched with the customer's history and record of the concern call only. Now, connected field service eliminates the customer concern by attempting to complete self-healing repairs remotely before sending out a technician. Because connected field service connects devices in the field and harnesses the power of the Azure IoT suite, organizations can now, they can know about problems and solve them at a minimal cost before their customer even becomes aware of the issues. Proactive problem solving and remote troubleshooting helps improve customer satisfaction and resource productivity, the two metrics that we talked about in the beginning. So field service organizations can know about problems before the customer does and solve them at the smallest cost. Both benefits going back to those goals, customer satisfaction and resource productivity, by proactively catching problems and performing troubleshooting remotely. So let's look how an organization can take advantage of connected field service. So an alert is received into field service and self-healing steps are automatically initiated. And then step 2, if self-healing cannot fix the problem, then a technician will be automatically scheduled and dispatched to the location. And then step 3, while on site, technicians have access to all the diagnostic data from the self-healing steps and are armed with the most knowledge possible about the device and the history so that they can so that they're most likely to solve the problem on the first visit. So let's take an example of a boiler that sends its temperature reading through an IoT connected sensor. In the basic implementation, when an alert is received, that boiler is in distress, running too hot, for example. Field service automatically creates a work order and dispatches a technician to look into the issue without any human intervention or initiation. That's in this section here. So in this, all implementations of connected field service, the customer concern call is eliminated through remote monitoring. Nobody needs to call in and say that it's too hot. No one has to watch the boiler. So we've improved customer satisfaction by proactively detecting and repairing devices before customers even know that there's an issue. In the advanced implementation, when the boiler is running too hot, field service responds to the alert, but instead of immediately scheduling a technician, we first ask the device to try to fix itself with a single self-healing command, a restart, for example. If that doesn't work, then we go ahead and automatically create a work order and dispatch a technician who is now armed with the information that a basic restart did not work. Here, organizations improve customer satisfaction by eliminating the customer concern call, but now also start the experience productivity gain as well, because with the self-healing command, fewer technicians get dispatched for break-fix appointments. And then in the expert case, there's a multi-step workflow that field service initiates when it receives the alert from the boiler, and it attempts to fix the device in as many ways possible without requiring human intervention. However, if those steps do not work, field service schedules and dispatches a technician who's now armed with a comprehensive understanding of what was tried during the automated troubleshooting. Now, this level maximizes customer satisfaction and resource productivity because a technician is only dispatched when all other possibilities are exhausted, and using diagnostics gathered from the device, technicians can more often achieve a first-time fix rate, obviously increasing profitability as well. Incremental implementation of connected field service from basic to advanced to expert allows organizations various entry points based on their comfort level and goals. In addition to shifting from a break-fix repair model to a never-fail service model, connected field service also helps organizations that perform preventative maintenance appointments. So with connected field service, organizations can get the benefit of just-in-time preventative maintenance rather than scheduled preventative maintenance. This is because connected field service can look at actual consumption of a part and alert when it needs to be changed or cleaned. A simple example here is an air filter replacement. Typically, preventative maintenance on something like this, like an air filter, is a time-based schedule every 6 months, every 3 months, for example. However, with connected field service, the actual life of the air filter can be understood based on consumption. So filters in dustier places can be changed out when needed versus on a calendar schedule. And then because connected field service can ingest millions of messages from millions of devices, machine learning capabilities allow field service to predict when a device needs attention and automate self-healing or maintenance steps before any kind of problem even registers through the Azure IoT. With customer communication features, organizations can send outbound texts and automated phone call reminders through an API with Twilio. Customers can see the actual technician location and ETA on a map, and an online customer portal gives customers full visibility into all service interactions. Communication is an important factor in customer satisfaction. Keeping the customer informed of upcoming appointments makes the customer know that you've confirmed and reminds the customer to be home or at the office during their appointment window. And using our integration with Glimpse, customers can see a real-time map of the technician driving to the appointment on their mobile phone. Customers also get detailed information about the type of vehicle and a photo of the technician so that the customer knows who to expect. Sound familiar? Like Uber, Lyft, Hungry Howie's? Customers also feel empowered about their service experiences with an organization because all the information about previous and upcoming appointments is stored in that customer portal so that they can quickly reference it when questions come up. Customers can also request and schedule service from that portal. To enable organizations to digitally transform, to grow, evolve, and transform to meet the changing needs of customers and capture new business opportunities, we're delivering Microsoft Dynamics 365, our next generation of intelligent business applications in the cloud. Designed to be personalized, enable greater productivity, deliver deeper insights, and adapt to business needs. These applications break down the silos between CRM and ERP and bring together the full power of Microsoft across productivity, advanced analytics, Power BI, and IoT, with the strength of Azure and a new application platform and common data model to help organizations accelerate their digital transformation. So let's take a look at how this works. So I'm going to start as a technician in the field. My name's David So, and I may start my day at the shop, the office. I may start my day from home. But either way, I probably want to see what my day is going to look like. So what you see on the phone on the screen here is the phone application. So I'm going to see if it's going to be nice. There we go. So when I first open up the app on my phone, I have the phone in my hand, by the way. this is my phone. I have a dashboard. I've got accounts and contacts, so I have contact information if I need to call a customer or get the phone number or email address for someone. I can look at my bookings and work orders. If I've got any RMAs, I can make sure that they've been received. Products, customer assets, time off requests, activities, etc. So I'll just tap on my dashboard for a second. When I go to my dashboard, the first thing that comes up are 3 bookings that I have for today. Don't worry about the time zone, but my first booking 5 a.m. and another one at 7:30 and another one at 10 a.m. We can also go down here and look at the work orders based on the type. So I have 3 diagnose and repairs,
Tom, it's
5.
Gary.
Yes.
We're not seeing your screen.
You're not seeing my screen.
Now we can.
Thank you.
You may want to start that again.
Okay, dashboard. I didn't miss too much. That's good. So when I was pointing out what's on the screen, there we go. My accounts, contacts, dashboards, work orders, all of the different pieces of information that I might want to see before I begin my day. I may start at a dashboard. And this is where I originally was looking at my 3 bookings, 5, 7:30, and 10. And then my work order breakdown. So I currently have 3 diagnose and repair and 5 install and replace work orders in my pipeline right now. So what I would typically do is I would decide, okay, I need to change the status of my first work order to traveling because it's time for me to go out to the customer and take care of this issue. So I'll open up my booking on my phone and I'll go to my booking status and I'm going to just change that to traveling. There we go. Save it. And I'm on my way. So you can see up here in the upper left-hand corner, this one says traveling and these 2 are scheduled. So I get in the car, get in the truck, and I'm off to take care of my customer. So then back at the office, if I am the dispatcher that just got in with my hot cup of coffee and sat down at my desk, I can go to the schedule board and see what's going on for the day. We're going to get into the schedule board in more detail as we go, but the first thing that I just wanted to point out is when I go down and I look at David, I can tell graphically and color-coded that David is on his way to this particular customer. It's PDQ Food Stores, and he is on his way. Now, when David gets in the car, he doesn't know how to get there, so he opens up the booking and he scrolls down to the address. We're in Michigan, it's cold, the truck's warming up. You can see that it's on Grand River Avenue. Scrolls down, just checks out the rest of the information, and he sees that there's a map, and he decides to tap up here in the upper right-hand corner and get himself some driving directions. So as you can see, I am personally in Brighton, Michigan right now, and it takes me 6 minutes to get to my work order, and I simply click go.
Starting route.
And my phone
Head southeast on Spring Trace Road, then turn left onto Claiborne Drive.
Tells me how to get to my appointment. So then, when I arrive at the appointment, I decide that I'm going to take out my tablet just because it gives me a little bit of a better view to go over things with my customer, allows me to set up my iPad next to me so that I can take care of what I need to take care of. So I'm going to go into my bookings, and I have arrived at my customer's location. So we'll open up the work order and immediately change the status to in progress. So now dispatch knows that I'm working on this work order. Save it so that they know that I'm working on it. So then it's synchronizing. So all of this is real-time information. If I happen to be, there we go. If I happen to be in a situation where I don't have good self-service or I don't have access to Wi-Fi, then I do have offline capabilities. Obviously, the update wouldn't be in real time. It'd have to wait until I got back to the truck, but I can handle those situations where I'm in a factory or I'm just not in a good location for access. So as soon as I turned this booking into in progress, it started my my time of arrival. This is when I was supposed to get there. I actually arrived at 3:31 p.m., which you'll notice is real live demo. Miles traveled. If I'm calculating miles, then I can add that into the work order. Not everybody charges for travel depending on the situation in the business. We can look at some general information about that work order. It's for PDQ. There's no sub status, but it says first I need to check in at the front desk so I can get in the door. So I left the truck, grabbed my tools, and I'm going to check in at the front desk. And the issue is that the system is down and the part needs to be replaced. So I go down to my work order and see that Todd Kelly is my contact. I happen to know Todd. We have an estimate of what this is going to cost to replace this product. It's the Assembly Maestro 200 that needs to be replaced. We have additional information, address about where we're headed, and then I have my incident type. So I need to replace a broken part. It's the Assembly Maestro, and then I have my service tasks. Let me just save. I want a full screen of my work order so I can see my tasks a little bit easier. And it just wants to keep it that view. That's fine. So my service task, here are my detailed service tasks. Confirm part to replace, perform the repair, review the procedure, and test and validate. So I can go in and say that I'm going to confirm the part that is needs to be replaced. I've confirmed that. So I've set that to 100%. And I may take a photo of the damaged part if I wanted to. We go. So then we go through the remainder of the tasks and we've performed the entire service. And when it comes to the product, you know, if we needed to return that product to the manufacturer, we can start an RMA. If I need to collect payment, I can just add a payment to the work order. It was $1,980, I believe. And we're going to take payment by credit card, and maybe we have a square on the top of our phone. Add the method, we scan it, everything falls into place, and we save that and move on. Save and close. Yes, he gave me a tip. So then at the very end, the customer has decided that everything is in fact working. We've tested it, they're satisfied and happy, and in one fell swoop, Todd signs off on the work order and it is saved in the system. Once it's saved, then I shouldn't have closed it. I should have left it open and just changed the status to completed. And now we are completed. We have a completed work order. So now that that's finished, I can move on to the next job. And the app will know on my phone based on GPS that I'm at PDQ, and will give me directions from PDQ to $bright to work on my next work order. So then back in the office, we can go back and refresh our screen. And then we'll be able to see that David has completed the work order. Here we go. And it's gone. Oh, actually, this is the one. And that's because of our time difference here. It started here, but it completed based on the time zone. It's California time. So that was a real work order. So it's been completed. We know that because of the light blue characteristic at the bottom. And now management can come in and they can confirm that this work order was completed, and they can submit it for payment and invoicing and completion inside of ERP. They can go over to the work order and open it right from the schedule board and confirm that there was payment that was taken and that the signature is in the file. So the way to do that is just to open the work order, go to the notes, and under the notes for this work order, we will see my signature. It downloads a signature just so I can see it, and I can open up that signature and prove that it was in fact completed. It's over here. There's Todd's signature. And that's the completion of a work order from start to finish. So let's back up a little bit. And how does this actually begin? So the beginning of a work order comes from a customer calling in about an incident, whether it's a phone call, an email, in some cases social. And so a service agent is going to be able to take that call. So the service agent will come in to the customer service hub. They're set up with dashboards to help increase efficiency for their position and their role. This tier 1 dashboard is letting me know what active cases are in the queue, what cases I've resolved recently, do I have any emails that are supposed to go out, and any activities that I need to take care of, meetings, emails, research, things that I need to do to help my customers. This is just the flow view. I can open up a visual filter and notice that my cases by priority, I have lots of cases in the system, the mix, where they're coming from, by account, by status. We can look at a stream view and a tile view so that I can get to the information that I need to work on quickly. So right from my dashboard, based on my active cases, I can easily just open a case just by tapping on or clicking on the case itself from my dashboard. And then I can start to work this case. This is in progress. I have information about the company, the issue at hand, subject. This is an issue with the Assembly Maestro trunk server motor. And then over here on the right-hand side, I can try to solve this case without having to send a technician first by looking at recent cases that have solved similar issues. I can look at the knowledge base that will search for knowledge base articles based on the subject. So if I just throw the word product in here, I should start to get maybe problem, printer, assembly. Yeah, obviously I picked a bad, oh, there we go, assembly. There we go. So as long as there's a keyword in the title of the case, then Dynamics 365 is going to search all of those words inside of the title and look for knowledge base articles that are associated with those keywords. And then it's going to give me the opportunity to not just link the knowledge base article to the case, but also email this knowledge base article to the appropriate person to try to fix that problem. Now, when the case has gotten to the point where we need to actually send out a service technician, then what we'll do is we'll convert this to a work order. And then when the work order is created, then our dispatcher can come over to the unscheduled work orders and start to book resources against those work orders. So I've got 4 minutes left. We'll just assume that we decided that we're just going to do all of this from the service scheduling board. And that's where we were looking at David So. But now I want to show you how we might schedule work orders to be performed moving forward. So in the scheduling board, there's a number of different characteristics to this board. We can look at it by hour, by day, by month. We can adjust the view, whether it be a list view or a map view. And then we have a lot of work orders in the upper Northwest. And then of course I'm in Michigan, so some of them are there. But when it comes down to actually scheduling my work orders, at the bottom, I'll go to my unscheduled work orders. Here's a litware fabrication. This one needs to get scheduled, and I, as the dispatcher, don't necessarily know the resources and who would be best for this work order. So I'll just click on the work order itself, click find availability, and get some assistance as to who might be the best person over the best time based on when that work order needs to be scheduled, and we can book that resource accordingly. So the system found out that there are 6 resources available. All 6 of them are at 0% utilization right now. So I'll just pick George, book the resource. It's booked, and we can move forward with our next one. So I've scheduled that work order. It is ready to go. So that is the day in the life of a field service technician using mobile applications, both his phone and his tablet, creating work orders with customer service and getting them scheduled using all of the characteristics and attributes of the incident so that we can schedule the right resource. Thank you very much for your time today. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your afternoon.
Thanks, Tom. This concludes our webinar. We'll be sending a follow-up email with Tom's contact information for any other questions. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you tomorrow.